Hey everyone, Pat Mitchell here, and in this free video lesson from TrickTrades, I'm going to show you the subtleties of intraday trading and technical analysis. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is a question that I get asked all the time. I'm big on the subtleties of trading and day trading, chart reading, and all that jazz. This is what I teach at TrickTrades. Um, there's a lot going on intraday, right? And there's a lot that we need to pay attention to and really focus on. That's the biggest thing is focus. Focus is kind of hard during the day. I mean, our phones are going off. We're getting Twitter messages. We're emails. For some of you guys, your boss is probably ragging on you because you're trading instead of instead of working. Um, so there's lots of distractions, but if you can focus up, you can really pick up on some really subtle things that all trades that are setting up do. Okay, now this is what separates the 10% from the 90%, are the ones that can pick up on the subtleties and then react. Okay, it's not just about focus, it's about the reaction to the product of that focus. Okay, so with AAOI, this is just a good example. This is a call out that I made in TrickTrades chat Friday. We'll go to the 1 minute. This was actually on my watch list here. It was on the Friday watch list, you can see here, and then it was also part of the daily plan of attack. Now, the daily plan of attack, I'll bring this in so then I can show you, okay? So a daily plan of attack, it reads pretty simple. It's because I also do a verbal one over microphone. I let people know each and every morning at 9 a.m. So with AAOI, I said look for a quick wash to 31, then a bounce. You can also take long over yesterday's highs at 31.72. So a pretty quick, easy direction for people to follow, and they can look back at. Okay. So I said to watch for a quick wash to 31. Now it ended up popping up, but that's fine. And it gave a really hard rejection in the 33 area. Okay, so a couple people were watching this for the short, and I was even thinking, oh man, that would have been a nice short because it went parabolic, right? When stocks have that really quick rip in the morning, they'll usually retrace, and the retrace is usually pretty good, and it's definitely shortable. Um, but it came down and it worked basically exactly to plan. So this green line here is set at 30.98, and it came as low as we got 30.78. So it washed out to the 31 area and then it bounced. Problem is, I was involved with other stocks at the time, so we missed the perfect entry, the entry at the 31 bounce, right? Which is fine, and I want to pull back so then you guys can see where this level is coming from. So the 31 level is really key, and this happened a couple weeks ago now. We'll go to the daily chart quickly here, okay? And it's from this day here. This day was the high when it got really rejected really strongly, and it's also pretty heavy resistance, okay? So that's why I put that line there, that support line. And it obviously came in handy. So we have, remember how in some of my previous video lessons I say always put pieces of the puzzle together. The more pieces of the puzzle you have, the better it's going to be. So we have a whole number, which is massively huge, and that's at 31. It's not a round number of 30, but if this was going to dip down to all the way to 30, it would have let go. It would have let loose, right? Would have pulled back even more so. Um, my last area of support I would watch would have been the high from this day. Okay, this is an area, and you can see it tested it again and then rejected. This is the 15-minute chart, by the way. So that's why I have this other green line. That would have been if it really washed out and then it continued to wash out, like washed out, bounced up, washed out some more. This 3059 and 3069, 3059 area would have been that's where I would have watched it, and had it broken that, it would have been, oh well, I guess I missed the short, right? So let's go back to the 1 minute. So, like I said, it washed out to the 31. Perfect call that I made via the watch list and daily plan of attack. Like I said, that I do at TrickTrades every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Even though we missed that, it bounced, and it bounced nicely. And what did it do? It reclaimed green, okay? So, pulled a red to green. And then it held the VWAP, it tested it, and it bounced. So you could have taken it off this VWAP bounce very, very, very easily. But let's say you want some sort of confirmation, and that's what this video lesson is about. It's the confirmation, it's the subtleties, but how do you know it's going to go higher? I get asked that all the time. Well, this is how, guys. So we have a low here. We're gonna use another board, and we're gonna mark it up, okay? So we have this area right here, okay? And I'm going to get zoomed in. So we have the lows from the first pullback. It's almost like an ABCD, right? So from the first pullback here. Now we have it pulling back and testing VWAP here. We'll get that marked out. I know the board's gonna get a little messy here, but we'll get it cleaned up right after. So we have that. Now, do you see it's just by a few cents? What do we got? So the very first one I marked out is at 31.83. The next one up is 31.89. Okay. Now it's subtle, but it's putting in. What's it putting in, guys? A higher low. Now, higher lows are important because that's where buyers and sellers are meeting, okay? Now, the buyers are coming up and the sellers aren't selling so low, okay? Do you see how it's coming up? Now, it's subtle, but that's how you guys got to think, okay? So we'll get zoomed in again. Now, this is where I made the call. Right here. Again, just by another couple of cents. Now, do you see from the very bottom at 83 cents all the way up to 93 cents? It's only 10 cents on a $32 stock. It's subtle, guys, okay? But that's what you need to look for. That's why I called it out. I said it looks good for a long here, guys, okay? And that's why I love this. It's a good example. Another lesson that we can take away from this trade and this play is to be patient. Okay. Now, it didn't give us our setup. Now, I get a lot of people that they chase shit, right? As I'm sure 99% of you guys that are watching this right now you chase, right? It's a classic, and I hate this, but newbie. I hate the word newbie. Don't even get me started with that. But it's a classic newbie mistake. Okay, they chase. They got the trigger, right? But this wasn't the plan. The plan was to wait for a washout to 31. That's your plan. That is gospel. That is your Bible. That is gospel. You follow that. If it doesn't do that, you don't take the trade. Okay? In time, you can develop your trade plan on the fly. And I have video lessons on that. But this is different. For a new trader that is really trying to up his game and develop patience, I need you guys to stop chasing and only trade your plan. Only trade your plan, and that's it. Okay? My goal at TrickTrades is to breed successful self-sufficient day traders. Okay? And this is how you do it. If you listen to me, I promise you, I will not steer you in the wrong direction, but you got to listen. Okay? If I tell you to trade your plan, and that's it. So if your plan was to wait for the washout to 31 and it ripped up instead, don't take the trade. Don't short it here because it rejected, right? Wait for it. Guys, I'm telling you, look back at any chart, okay? And let's say your plan for this was to wait for the 31. I'm telling you guys, it'll happen 7 times out of 10. This plan of yours will happen at some point during the day. Be patient for it. Just wait for it. Please, guys. I'm telling you. I really have a goal to get the 90% fail rate of traders higher. And I know I can do it, as I've proved in my chat room that I can do it. The ones that listen, for the ones that listen to me, now I know this is going to sound like bullshit, but I'm telling you guys, the ones that listen to me, I have a 100% success rate. That's no joke, and that's not an exaggeration. I'm telling you. If you listen to my words here, the ones that listen are 100% successful. I have a 100% success rate with my traders. The ones that listen. Okay. Now, there's people that are still struggling, of course, and that takes time. Not everyone is going to catch it right away, right? Everyone learns at different paces, and that's why I'm here. Okay. So I want to show you what you could have got out of this trade. And I'm going to show you an exit as well. Where would you exit? Okay. So I called the long here. Okay, because we missed it here, right? We missed the trade at 31. That was perfect. As soon as it bounced here, boom, get in. Stocks like to wash just under the 31 or the whole dollar to about the 80, 85, 86, 83 area, somewhere in there. Okay, it's in the 80s usually, and then that's when it bounces. So it bounced up, reclaimed, put in a very subtle higher lows, and then took off. Okay, because then the sellers step aside because they know that the stock's coming up. So would have got in here, risked off of this here. If it broke this, I would get out. I wouldn't mess around because there's also support here, right? You see the support coming back all the way over here. So support here and here. If that support broke, I would get out, period. You don't need to give it to low a day, right? Some people say, oh, well, you got to give it to them. No, you don't have to do nothing, right? Protect your account, right? Because you can always take it off, and then if it does start bouncing here, take it, right? You can always take another trade, guys. So it bounces up. Where would you pull profits? I would pull profits here in the push through, okay? So pay yourself here, and then be patient. As it breaks here, on this push up, I would pay myself some more. And then you see how it pushes here. Maybe you would have caught some here, right? Now don't freak out when it starts pulling back. Wait for it to retest this double top here. Once it starts rejecting, just take it all off. Just take it all off. Be done with it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Make sure to join me at TrickTrades, and we're doing starting May 1st and going till the end of August. We're doing the full moon consistency challenge, where through my teachings, if you can prove to me that you are the most consistent trader at TrickTrades, I'm going to give you $5,000 of my money, and I'm going to wire it into your day trading account. Or if you want a funded account, we'll set you up with a funded account. But either way, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. Also, there's going to be some second and third place prizes, and how I'm going to be determining the winner is you're going to have to track your trades through Profitly or TraderView, and then I'm going to have to see some snapshots of your account and all that jazz. So I'll have to take a look at, there's a few different factors. It's going to be your win-loss percentage, your risk-reward ratio, a few other things too. So now's the time, guys. Now's the time to really, really get your shit together. because now there's some extra money on the line. You can win a really nice prize, right? That $5,000, um, that'll really help. I really believe that'll help. So that's what I started with. After I blew up a couple accounts, the very last account that I started with was a $5,000 account, and I grew it to what I have now, and it's a pretty meaty account. I also just opened up an educational account where I wired in. It came out to be a little bit over 21,000, just with the exchange rate and everything else. I ended up sending over 21,000 into a new account where I'm going to show traders. I get asked this all the time. Okay, how do I go full time? Well, I'm going to show you how to go full time, and I'm going to record all of my trades live, each and every trade live, and I'm going to show you how to build an account once you become a, in quotes, professional, full time day trader. I don't believe anyone else is doing that. Everyone else is showing these small account challenges, which are basically rigged because me growing an account from $1,000 or $500 and then growing it into a stupid amount of money that's easy for me. It's hard for you, right? So I want to appeal to the traders that have attained some consistency and they're at the point where they could go full time, but they don't know how. Okay, I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to hold your hand and show you step by step how to do it. All recorded live. I'm going to show you the trades to take, how to have proper risk management, how much money you should be making a day, because the whole $1,000 a day, that guys, fuck off with that. It's ridiculous. Don't worry about that. You don't need to make $1,000 a day to be successful, right? That'll come in time, right? Like right now, my daily nut, I like to be in and around the $1,000 a day, right? But that's after years and years, guys. Just don't be in a rush, right? $1,000 a day is big money. It's big bucks. Don't get fooled by these sharks and these snake oil salesmen that are flashing fake P&Ls and all that shit, you know. And I get my balls busted all the time because I don't show my P&L. I show my P&L to certain members of TrickTrades, and if anyone wants, I mean I don't care. I'll show it. I think it's detrimental to a new trader. I think they try and keep up. I think they try and get in a rush, right? So once they start seeing these big P&Ls. But I pull in anywhere between, I don't know, 500 and 5,000 a day. That's what I pull in. You take what the market can give you. When people say, "Oh, I make $1,000 a day on average," it's like, yeah, no, you probably don't. You probably think you do, but you don't. On average, it's average throughout the year. Most people don't even have enough data now, and they call themselves a pro, and they've been full time for a couple months, right? They don't have enough data, right, to tell them exactly what they pull in on average. I know exactly what I pull in on average, right? So I'm going to show you with my $21,000 account the capital you should start with, the trades you should take, and all that. So I'm going to show you how to go full time, okay, and become a professional. How to really do this, okay? Not be a gunslinger and try and swing for the fences and flash these $20,000, $50,000, $70,000 P&Ls. That'll come in time, guys, right? Don't worry about that. It's about consistency first, because if once you attain consistency, the stock market becomes your personal ATM machine. And I know that sounds so like kind of like bullshit, but it's true. It's true. It does. It becomes your ATM. Are there red days? Yeah, there's bad trades too, and there's all sorts of things. But that's there's more green than red, and that's all that matters, right? It's about paying the bills. I'm going to show you guys how to pay the bills. Okay, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please sign up for the Consistency Challenge, and all you have to do for the Consistency Challenge to sign up is become a member of TrickTrades. That's it. I'm not going to charge you $6,000 to become a Millionaire Challenge student and get, a special chat room and all that garbage, and then I'll give you all my shitty DVDs that don't tell you how to do anything. I won't do that. Just sign up, become a member, and I'll give you $5K if you can prove consistency. All right, guys, have a good one. Love you all. Adios. Make sure to leave a comment in the box below. I want to hear if you're in. All right? Say I'm in. Adios. Later.